Hey everyone, I've got something a little bit different today. I've had some requests for some original music here, so I thought I'd share with you guys 3 songs that I recorded for an EP a few years back, and the stories that go with them. Coming out of college, my plan was to write music full-time, with the eventual goal of being a staff writer down in Nashville. As you can see, that didn't exactly pan out, but songwriting is still a big part of my musical identity, and I hope you guys enjoy what you hear today. I would classify these songs as Americana, rootsy, folky, country, that kind of thing. If you want to hear the full songs, there's streaming links in the description, and if you really like it, I've got these songs on iTunes, and they're also available through my Patreon page. Alright, let's dive into it. I want to start off with a little bit of a backstory about this record. The 4th year of my bachelor's degree had us focusing on a recording project that was meant to showcase our music. In a way, it was kind of like our thesis. We had access to a top-of-the-line studio, and my goal is to make something as polished and radio-ready as possible. The 3 songs I'm about to show you all mean something a little bit different to me, and I'm excited to tell you all about them. Off the top is a song called Baby-O. Let's listen to a little excerpt from it.
And the angel that provides my saving grace, that I'm the rustling shadow that you watch for in your halls. And when I see you, oh baby, oh baby, baby, oh.
Now this song holds a special spot in my heart. It was the first song that I wrote by myself that I really thought was a good song. Before, I would do most of my writing with an old bandmate. He would come up with the lyrics and melody, while I would come up with the guitar riffs and chords usually. I had written some songs on my own, but to be honest, none of them were all that good. This one was different. It's originally written from a male's perspective, though on the record it's a female singing because I thought that would come across as less creepy. Because that's what this song is essentially about. There's an awkward guy who just for the life of him can't win over the girl of his affection. He longs so desperately for her, but all his advances are rejected, to the point where they become inappropriate. So I wrote this song, played it for a bunch of friends out of the cabin, and much to my surprise, I found out that they genuinely really enjoyed it. They kept asking me to play it again and again, and before long everyone knew the lyrics and it became a regular campfire sing-along song. As someone who never really felt secure in his own songwriting, this was big for me, and it made me believe in myself in a way that I never did before. So to all my friends who know and love this song, thank you very much. The next song is the title track, The Field of White, and it goes like this.
It wasn't up to you, that feels so long ago, but still it hurts the same. And all this pain can never do is remind me that it's cruel the way the world can turn. It took me by surprise, and though you're gone, my love lives on in every tear I cry at the field of white.
Rewind to my 3rd year of college, a year before I recorded this song. I was a bit burned out on guitar playing, and I had really been bitten by the writing bug. During this time, I was in a songwriting class. We would sit around in a circle, listen to each other's songs, and offer peer critiques. The final critique going to the instructor. Now, the teacher of this class is a bit of a Canadian musical icon, so it was a little bit daunting. Rick Emmett, who would later become a real songwriting mentor to me, has had an illustrious solo career, as well as he was part of the massive rock band Triumph, which you might recognize for some of their hits like Lay It on the Line, Somebody's Out There, Hold On, Follow Your Heart, among others. So I had brought in 3 songs or so before, all songs that I thought were pretty good, and Rick constructively tore them apart, just like he would do with everyone else's songs. Then I brought in this song, and despite a few little recommendations, he said something that has really stayed with me. He said, "Steve, if you can write like that on a regular basis, you can really do something great with your writing." And man, what a thing to hear. It was the validation that I needed in order to believe that with hard work, I could write at an elite level. And going forward, that was very motivating to me. I mean, you guys might hate the song, that's up for you to decide. Anyways, let's talk about the lyrics on the song itself. I was living with my girlfriend at the time, and whenever she wasn't home, I would try to do some writing. That way, I would feel less embarrassed about my less than beautiful singing voice. So one day, I had gotten home from class, she wasn't home, so I decided to do some writing. I came up with the first line, "Coming home ain't the same no more. The house is cold, my footsteps echo in the dark." After brainstorming and working on the story a bit, I realized that this was absolutely another song about heartbreak. But why was the singer's heart broken? Well, it could be a breakup, or it could be something else. I was sitting there looking around our bedroom, and I came up with the next line. And though your clothes still fill the dresser drawer, you won't be back to fill my heart. So it seemed to me that the song was going in the direction that it was about the passing of a lover. So I wrote and I worked on the song, and I came to the last line of the chorus. I needed my kicker, the most important line in the song, and it needed to rhyme with surprise and cry. I had hit a little bit of a block when I saw this image in my mind, something that maybe I had stumbled across on the internet earlier. It was the image of a military cemetery, like in Arlington, Virginia, where you have row upon row of white crosses. A field of white, if you will. So that's what this song is about. It's written from the perspective of somebody who lost their lover to war. While I've never personally experienced such a thing, I believe as songwriters, it's important to be able to tell other people's stories and emotions as well as our own. And that brings us to the last song on this record, Goodnight Whiskey. This song doesn't have as much of an interesting backstory. I just wanted to write a folk rock song in the style of Neil Young, as you may hear in that lead guitar line, which very much mimics that of Hey Hey My My. The first two songs on this record were sung by a great local musician named Soul James, and this one was sung by my dear friend, Adam Young. I've known Adam since my first guitar lesson because he was the teacher. He truly ignited that musical flame within me, and has been a guiding force in my career ever since then. In fact, if you look hard enough, you'll find him in some videos on this very channel. So this song is, yep, another dark and depressing song. It started as my attempt at an old-style country western lyric. Goodnight whiskey, my old friend, I lie with you beside my bed. I believe in letting the song tell you what direction it should go in, listening to your musical instincts when you write. And this song wrote itself into a nice, heartwarming ballad about an alcoholic who is on the brink of committing suicide. I don't know why, but I've always written from a darker place. Maybe it's my way of dealing with any hurt that's bottled up inside. I'm not sure, maybe a psychiatrist would know. But that's what this song is about, and I've got to really give it up to the musicians who played on this one, because they really brought it to life. Right now, I'm not doing a lot of songwriting, as my musical creativity is mostly going into creating YouTube videos, but there's a bunch of songs that I have written that I hope to share with you guys one day. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please check out the full versions of these songs. Again, streamable links down there in the description. I'm Samurai Guitarist. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.